Hey people, I just posted this movie about Moses and horns, and I watched it and I caught, the Shuit shadow. The shadow's spelled a little different, and in Egypt they say it meant, that you had a shadow until you died. The shadow didn't leave until you were in your tomb. And that makes me think, that from the Shuit shadow is a symbol, that your time's come to remove the shoe from your shadow. Fixing to remove gravity, fixing to take flight. And so that's why I make these movies. If I just read it 100 times, I catch something new every time. And so I read it several times while making the movies, and then I watch the movie, so I've at least seen it 10 times when I watch the movie. And I try not to get sidetracked anymore. Some things I look into a little closer, and some things I just take it for the value that I read there. Because if I start looking into every word, I'll never get a movie done. So I try to use my best recollection, what I can remember. But I thought I'd look into this word for the mountain, and it was the bread to Manir, the bread kneader, the biscuit maker, the woman. And I looked into this word, and I found out, this is a word that was just invented for Moses, up here at the beginning of Moses. And then it's used a bunch in Moses and after, but this was never used word for mountain in Genesis. And here the first time it comes up, I haven't looked into this, but it says hail, H-A-L-E, hail him, all, O-L, all hear these, and all hear this, word from the king, God and mountain this, and hail him, all hear this. And I want to look into that more, but I don't want to lose my backtrack. Because I just seen this and I just read it one time. I just looked over this one time and I caught it, and it was pretty damn easy. Must have been, it was the 18th time this word come up. First time it come up in Exodus 3. And then in 19 it comes up a whole bunch. But this has everything to do with the tablets. The let, where the letters come from. And where the toilet comes from. And you see it had the let here twice. And then it had the cut of in, when he was writing his cut of in stone. And it had the cut of in twice here too. And so what it says is wipe in, W-I-P-N, wipe in word, W-I-R-D, wipe in word. And a wiping word is an ancient word for shit writ on the bathroom wall with shit, and turned and went down. That's these little notches on the end where he was trying to get the shit out of his fingernail. It's the whole base for all the words for writings and tablets, latrine, toilet. In the Greek, it's the crapite, graphite, and wiping wordums a manner. A manner, that's what he does. That's the kind of person who writes on the bathroom wall. And a wiping wordum's a manner. Was in let had it. Was H-O-D-T. Then let 'em have it, And bid will it cut of in. Bid will it cut of in. And so cut of in can have several different meanings there. To cut of in to writing in stone. Or, to cut of in is when you farting. And you kind of get the idea when you see something doubled up like that, whatever it is the second time, that's not what it was the first time. But the bid will it cut of and then the second M, just reading as the I here, is in. The bid will it cut of is in. Of rhyme. And is, the second M reading as the I-Z, and H-U-M-Z, is whom's. He's putting his signature here. And of his rhyme is whom's, E-E-M, him, cut of 'em. And so this side to side, that's somebody sitting over there farting. That's what they do, and they rocking side to side to get 'em out. So, the people who you think was the most talented people in the world back in the day, they was actually stealing most of their work off the bathroom wall somewhere, And this guy's been stinking up the public bathroom and writing on the wall for a long time. And this is the heading to his poem. And it's also the magic spell that they cut on both sides of your tablet. They cut on both sides, the rhymes, the cut in. And the idea is, when you get up to the gate in the afterlife, if the guards read a original rhyme and makes them laugh, you can make a break through the gate. And wiping wordum's a manner was intellect. That's your intellect. Oh, writing on the shithouse wall was the intellect. Had it bid, will it cut 'em? You'll see that on a contractor's business cards, on his logo, and had it bid, will it cut 'em? If he's cutting trees, if I had to bid, we'll get the job done, will it cut 'em? And is in the job, the J-O-B, the job of rhyme, the R-Y-E-M, of the rhyme, and is. And the rhyme is whom's him. The rhymes is whom, him cut of 'em. This was a great poet. Somebody left this on a shithouse wall somewhere, and it was such a great line that they decided to put it in the Bible. And like I say, that's just the second time I read this. If I read this 10 more times, I'm going to catch some more stuff. He might have been job of wiping the word off the walls and turned and went down and wiping the wordums. And when you're reading it with the marks, it changes this into her, and the manner, and then the triple E becomes a EU, who, and followed by the R, H-U-R, of her. Was in let the audit, to give it a read. This is what I read. Was in let in intellect the audit, to read the word, the 2 tablets of testimony. The bid will it is what I did. And then it'll all read the same. It doesn't have any words starting with A or any tax. But it really makes me want to open up this chapter and read everything around it. But if we look back here to where this word was first used, I tell you, Moses was a mountain man, and Moses was born on the first page. There was no mountain till there was Moses. But this gives you a lot better idea of what God means. Hail him, all hear these. To bid when to hail him, all hear these. And so if you just get little clips like that and read their interpretation with the rest of it, And so he said, surely I will be with you, and this to you a sign that I have sent you. And when you have brought the people out of Egypt, to bid when to hail him, all hear these. You don't hear that anywhere except in some old English movies, And hail him, all hear these. And so they were brought out to serve England. And that's just if you go with the rest of their interpretation. I haven't read the rest of this yet. And I'm sure I will, but I'm going to cut this off here and make a short one. I haven't done that in a while. And if you missed that last movie, it's links up here somewhere. And it's a good one. Good day.